Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, and welcome. So excited to see everyone here today. Happy New Year. It is 2021, and I know everyone I've talked to so far this year is really happy to see 2020, let's just say, in the rear view mirror. So, really looking forward to great things for each and every one of you in this upcoming year. So, to kick things off, I'm really excited to. We're going to talk about goal setting today. It's actually, I thought, a really timely subject because I know many of you are busy trying to put together your goals for the upcoming year. And I wanted to share with you a framework that honestly this is the reality. Guys, I've written a lot of business plans in my day, right? I come from 13 years of corporate sales and marketing. Oh my gosh, like I've written countless business plans. Most of them, I would just say chalk them because they're a complete waste of time. So, what I hope to do today is share really what I have found over the years to be the absolute most effective way to plan out your year. Okay, so that's what I'm going to share with you today. I actually learned this. It's not brain surgery, right? But I kind of was forced to do this during one of my mastermind experiences. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it worked. Like it really worked really super well. And I'm going to share all about what that is and why it worked. And I'm actually going to give you a behind the scenes peek at some of the things that I'm planning for 2021, just so you can kind of get a flavor of how to implement this strategy. All right. So, all right. Again, welcome everyone. This is our first live stream of 2021, so I'm really excited about that. And honestly, I just got to mention, thinking back, it was exactly a year ago, I mean, almost to the day, when I did my first live stream in 2020. So that was, my big goal for 2020 was to commit to doing some live stream trainings on a weekly basis. So here we are a year later. All right, guys. So, welcome if you're joining me live. I'm thrilled to have you. And also, welcome if you're joining me on the replay. So, today we are going to talk about how to achieve really big goals in 2021. I'm going to share what I call my 666 goal setting framework. All right. So, again, Happy New Year to you all, practice builders. And again, this is the time of year when most of us are sitting down and trying to really plan out our year, right? We start the year really motivated with all kinds of great goal setting. And, quite often things just sort of fizzle out within a very short period of time, kind of like our clients, right? Set these really awesome big goals and then nothing happens. So today, I mean, that can be so frustrating, right? Like if you've ever done a formal business plan, you know how frustrating it can be when you drop the ball, most often because that plan is just too complicated. It tended to cause overwhelm, or this happens a lot too. You just don't have the necessary know-how in order to successfully execute the plan, right? So we're going to solve that today in our special training, Achieve Big Goals in 2021. So here's what you're going to learn today. You're going to learn why most business plans end up gathering virtual dust and are honestly a complete waste of time. And you're going to learn what to do instead. You are going to learn all about my 666 framework and how it will change your business results so that you can increase your profits this year without working your tail off, right? That's the goal. A little behind the scenes peek at my own business planning process. So I'm going to be sharing some of my own business goals with you in this particular framework that I'm going to teach. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how to avoid that shiny gold object syndrome. Can anybody relate? Like, oh my gosh, I find that this is one of the biggest challenges with entrepreneurs, myself included, right? Like, oh my gosh, there's, like we try all these different things. We start with one strategy, figure it doesn't work, so we're going to move on to the next thing, spend a little time there, and we just end up bouncing all over the place without ever getting real results. We're going to put an end to that today, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And of course, lots more. So guys, one thing I'm going to say right out of the gate is I'm going to ask you to commit to one big goal and one action step forward that you can complete this week. All right. So be thinking as we go through this training, what would be, what's something that you're able to commit to that you think is going to make a really big difference. All right. All right. So Leslie Vitale here, for those of you that don't know me. And I, again, really want to welcome you to our first weekly live series, our weekly live training in 2021. So in just a minute, we're going to dig into our special topic today. Again, I want to welcome everybody. Talk to me, though, before we dig into this juicy topic. Are you ready to kick off 2021 and hit the ground running? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I want to see some thumbs up in the comments if you are ready. So a little bit of background. Over holiday break, I did some planning myself, and I think you're going to love what I have in store for you in terms of topics over the next several months. So one of my goals is to really do some advanced planning in terms of topics and also content creation. So spent some time with that over the holiday. And this is something I teach my clients to do as well. I teach a specific system for content creation and advanced planning so that you're not always recreating the wheel, right? And a lot of it has to do with repurposing your content very strategically. So I also want to mention that in 2021, I really have a renewed commitment to you to help you to build your practice. So I really want everyone to get more high-end, committed, ideal clients that you work with over an elongated period of time. Did you know, this is a statistic I came across, the average number of visits to a registered dietitian is only 1.7. Actually, it's 1.7 to 2.2. Can you believe that? That's it. We got to put an end to that. So I'm going to help you to elongate the length of time, the duration that your clients stay with you. I'm going to help you to get more awesome clients, to attract more clients into your audience, and not only to get one-on-one clients that stay with you over an elongated period of time, but also to scale your business by offering leveraged offers, right? Such as online courses and groups. All right. So that's my commitment to you. I want you to be able to help so many more people. There's so many people, guys, especially now with COVID. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know anybody out there who isn't struggling in some way, weight gain or, inactivity, whatever the case may be, as a result of COVID. So my job is to help you to attract more ideal clients so you can make even a bigger difference in the world. All right. So with that little bit of background, let's jump in. So let's talk about business plans. Like I said, I come from a corporate background. I wrote a lot of business plans in my day, and most business plans are a complete waste of time. Yep, you heard that right. If you, let's say you look for a template online, like you Google business plans, you're probably going to find these super long and in-depth plans, right? And I'm just going to say this up front. Unless you are a business that is trying to get a loan, like a bank loan or some kind of financial support for your business, you don't need to do this kind of business plan. You just don't. In fact, most often, like I said, it's a waste of time. And the other thing that I gotta mention is that sometimes this sort of business plan can be a way for us to procrastinate, right? Because, we tell ourselves we got to spend all this time writing, 50 pages worth of planning. And, anyway, we end up hiding behind our computer. Can you relate to that? I know I can, right? Because sometimes it's easier for us to convince ourselves that, oh yeah, we got to get all this preliminary stuff done before we can actually go out and get clients. And I'm here to say it's absolutely not true. The opposite is actually the case. So, so it ends up, these really formal business plans honestly end up to be kind of a good excuse to procrastinate instead of taking action. And honestly, the best way to move forward is by taking action, not endlessly, planning to plan, planning, something that you're going to create and file and honestly probably never look at it again. So let's instead decide right here that we're going to create something that's highly action oriented, flexible, that is an absolute key word, and truly keeps you on track and moving forward. All right, so let's start by defining this, 666 framework that I've been referring to. What exactly is it? I call it the 6x6x6 framework. So basically, it's really simple. Like I said, it's not brain surgery. It's really simple, but highly, highly effective. Guys, if you give yourself 60 minutes, set a timer. I promise you'll thank me later. All right. So my hope is after this training today, you're going to give yourself 60 minutes and do this process. And please come back and share what you came up with. It's really going to rock your world. All right, so what we're doing, so let's define, what are all these sixes about? So the 6-month time frame. So we're not going to plan out the whole year. We're going to break the year into 2 halves. Basically, we're going to look at the first 6 months. So January 1st until June 1st. So that's our first 6. That's the framework that we're going to plan. I have found that honestly, I can't predict what is going to happen, right? I don't have a magic, crystal ball to know what opportunities are going to arise towards the end of the year. I personally find it very overwhelming to plan out the whole year. Okay. So, and I do believe that overwhelm is a big hindrance to planning, guys. So my recommendation is to just look at that first 6 months. Honestly, you could even look at the first 3 months. That would be absolutely A-okay as well. I like to look at the first 6 months. That works for me, but do what works for you. So we're going to plan in a 6-month increment, not 1 year. The second part is that we're going to pick 6, I like to call them stretch goals that you want to achieve over the next 6 months. And you're going to put those 6 kind of big, audacious goals in a SMART goal format. And we'll review that in just a minute. The third part, so we've got 6 months, 6 big goals, and then 6 tactics that support each of your individual goals. So 6, I guess you could look at them as action steps that are going to support each of your bigger goals, all right, with a due date. And that's the key, right? So it really is going to help you to break things down into really manageable pieces and help you stay on track. So I got a question. What are your big goals for 2021? Talk to me. Let me know what you're planning. All right. I'm really curious. So again, we're going to look at a 6-month time frame. We're going to create 6 big goals. And guys, when I say big goals, I do want them to be stretch goals, right? Because you kind of want to find that sweet spot. You want it to be motivating, but not impossible, right? So you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment by making them so crazy that, they're unattainable. So you really want to try to find the sweet spot when it comes to goal setting, just what you would do with your own clients, right? So, so talk to me. Let me know. I don't care if you're listening live or the replay. I got to tell you, it helps so much to declare what your goals are. Oh my gosh. So take advantage of that. Go in the chat or go in the comments and just let me know what's one big goal you're going to strive to achieve in 2021. All right. All right, so again, we are going to look at a 6-month time frame, create 6 goals with 6 action steps to meet each of these goals. So we are picking that 6-month time frame because it's really it's a good time frame just to prevent overwhelm, right? Plus, it makes your plan more flexible, right? A whole year's worth of goals is way, way, way too much for most people. And we end up just kind of giving up, or it just, I don't know, it's just not as effective. So, in all my experience writing plans, I really try to break it down into a smaller increment rather than the whole year. So I found 6 months is really kind of the sweet spot. We can be ambitious yet realistic, and again, somewhat flexible, right? All right, so now let's talk about the 6 tactical steps that you're going to pick to support each of your bigger goals. And remember, we're going to put this into a SMART goal format. You guys know what that is, right? We want to make it highly specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound, right? So, so can you think of a goal that you are contemplating right now, something that really lights you up? It doesn't have to be, in that SMART goal framework yet, but I'd love to hear what you're thinking in the comments. All right. So, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, awesome. I got some awesome comments here. Oh, hey, Gina. All right. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Gina. So Gina's one of my awesome clients, and we did some really great planning. And oh my God, Gina, you're killing it. I'm so psyched for you. You're off to such a great start. Hey, Kathy. I love to hear from, oh, good. Kathy's going to plan the online course. And Gina is going to connect with physicians. Hey, Teresa. Teresa's going to finish that book and work with fitness professionals. And that's Gina. Awesome. You guys I love it. So these are really juicy goals. Love it. All right. So you guys, you got this. The key to succeeding is seriously take the time to write it down. Okay. Take the time, create a document, put it in writing. It'll make all the difference. Okay. So I'm going to share with you just to kind of take you through, I guess, my thinking process in my own business. So I'm going to share one of my goals with you. Actually, I might share a couple. Okay. So I'm looking at 6 months. So between now and let's say June 1st, right? So one of my goals is to grow my email list by 25% by June 1st. All right. So it's very specific. It's, in terms of the number, and it's very time bound. But what's missing is how am I going to do it? What are the steps that I am going to take? What am I committing to do in order to be able to grow my email list by 25%? So I'm going to share what I came up with, just to kind of give you an example. All right. So, here's what I came up with. All right. So number one, and you're going to notice, guys, that once you start doing this, like each of the individual steps, you could branch off into, okay, well, how am I going to do that? Right. And that's okay. I think that's fine. So I'll give you an example. So how am I going to grow my email list? Leslie wants to grow her email list by 25% by the 1st of June. How am I going to do that? All right, here's what I came up with. Number one, I am really going to focus on nurturing my collaborations. And, I'm a big relationship kind of person. I felt a little isolated this past year with COVID in terms of, being able to see people at meetings and things like that. So one of my goals this year is to really ramp up the networking and nurture relationships and collaborations. So how am I going to do that? That's not very, specific, right? So what I'm committing to is I'm going to reach out and connect with one new person each week that shares my target audience. And I'm going to schedule a Zoom call and just catch up, talk about how we can support each other in the new year. All right. Do you guys see how specific that is? So that's one, because remember, it's guys, I'm coming up with at least 6 tactics or steps to support that bigger goal of growing my email list by 25%. And what I have found is if I have relationships with other people that also share my target audience, that it turns out to be a huge win all the way around. All right. So that's one thing. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to connect with one new person each week. I'm just going to email them, say, hey, I'd love to catch up. And I'm going to hopefully grab a Zoom call on a weekly basis with someone new every week. Tactic number 2, I'm going to continue with weekly Facebook Lives. Okay, guys, so here's the big one. I'm saying this publicly. I'm going to go live on Instagram 1 time a week as well. All right. And I am going to really be focused, and I'm going to include a call to action to grab my free guide. I'm also going to really step up my live streams. All right. I started live streaming a year ago, and, I'm really happy. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, I'm going to really ramp up things this year. So the one thing that I do want to point out with this particular goal in terms of ramping things up, my visibility, and really increasing the value and the quality of my live streams, I had to ask myself, how do I have to show up? Or better yet, what kind of support do I need to be able to do that? I'm not a super techie kind of gal, right? Just not. I can figure it out, but it's not my favorite thing to do. So I know I have like a little sidebar here that I need to hire some help in order to achieve that. So I've lined up a new coach that's like really amazing when it comes to live streams. And he is going to help me really ramp up that whole part of my business. Again, guys, the goal being, this is one of the tactics that I'm going to implement in order to grow my email list. Okay. All right, let's keep going because I do have, let's see, I think I have 6. All right, next one. I'm going to pitch at least 3 different podcasts to be a guest on a few different podcasts by April 1st, and I'll offer my free guide as a freebie. All right, that's a great one. Every single one of you could do these same strategies, by the way. All right, the 4th one is I'm going to repurpose each Facebook Live. So right now I'm doing Facebook Lives, which is awesome, but I'm just kind of letting those videos sit on my Facebook page. So my next step is to really get clarity in terms of repurposing my own video content, right? And again, I'm going to need support to do that. It's not something that I really have time to do or the inclination. All right. Number 5, I actually have 7. Number 5, some of you may have seen I did like a big gift giveaway event in December. And I was able to grow my list, oh my gosh, at last count by 1,500 people. So that is an awesome strategy, like a really awesome list building tactic. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to keep running with it. I'm going to continue to do Facebook ads to this event, probably at least for another month. And then I'm going to redo the gift giveaway, let's just say April 1st. All right. So that's another list building strategy. All right. Number 6, I am going to run a live 4-day challenge in January and April. So more to come on that. I'm planning out this really awesome Facebook Live challenge. So you'll hear more about that. And I'm really going to, I'm going to invite my co-promotion partners, my affiliates, and really make it awesome. All right. So that is another tactic I'm going to implement. Now, one thing I do want to mention is I'm talking a lot about list growth. And I do want to point out, the numbers are super important, especially as you move more into a leverage model, right? That being said, I do have like a whole nother set of goals in terms of how I can develop a relationship, really nurture the new people and the people that have been on my list. So developing the relationship is just as important. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well. So one of my other goals is to revisit and possibly even redo my email sequence, my nurture email sequence, so that I can really, develop that all important know, like, and trust with my current list, as well as the new people that join my list. So that's a little behind the scenes look at what I have in the docket. I will share one other quick, like, big goal that I have. Just for the sake of time, I'm not going to share all the tactical steps involved, but I am also in my business committing to, you may or may not know, most of the stuff that I do is live. My courses, my groups, like a lot of live. Everything pretty much is live. So what I'm also committing to is by May 1st to have an evergreen, low barrier to entry paid sales funnel that includes a mini course. So I'm in the process of putting that together right now. And so I got to tell you, it feels really good to make these public. So, it's all about that accountability. Whatever you need to do to help yourself stay on track and be accountable is super important. I find even just writing this down is really a huge step in the right direction. So guys, what is one action step that is going to help move you forward in 2021? So several of you, thank you, shared, what your big, either, you shared a big goal with me. So really what I want to know is, what is an action step? What's a step you can take this week to help move you forward? If you guys could share that, I think it'd be really helpful for everybody. And there's one other thing that I did want to just chat about just for a moment, and that is that shiny gold object syndrome that I referred to earlier. And, it's so common. It is so common. You probably know what I'm saying, right? You start doing one thing, you think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then you see someone over here doing a different strategy, so you kind of bail on this strategy and start to, it just goes on and on. It's a really big problem. And I just the thing that I love about this framework that I taught you is it helps you to say no. It helps you to stay on track. So if these other shiny, really interesting tactics come up for you, you can say, you know what? Not now, right? Or ask yourself, is that other tactic going to help you to achieve this big goal? And if the answer is no, put it aside, right? Or save it, right? You can maybe do it the second half of the year. But really what I want to encourage you is stay focused. Stay focused on what you decide that you're going to go after. And, all these other things, because they will come up, right? There's always the strategy du jour, just like the diet du jour, right? It's kind of the same thing. Don't let it sidetrack you and derail you, right? Do you really want to try to stay focused? And like I said, having this all written down in this kind of framework, it allows you to revisit periodically. You can actually, what I would recommend is that you spend an hour after we finish today, get some of your goals in order, get the due dates in order, plug those dates into your calendar, and then every day get up, right, and ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today to get my business moving forward? One baby step every day. I promise you, oh my gosh, I promise you, you're going to be blown away by June 1st if you stick with it. All right, guys? So, all right. So that is what I have for you today. I'd love for you to respond if you haven't done so already, please comment. I'd love you to commit to one goal and one action step that's going to help get you there. And ideally, that action step is something that you can knock off your list this week. All right. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining me. Next week, oh my gosh, next week I'm really excited. We are going to be talking about actually something near and dear to my heart, and that is PKU. Okay. PKU, the inability to break down phenylalanine. So I'm going to share more on that and why it's really a topic of interest. So I'm going to have at least one guest next week, maybe two. And that second person, hopefully, if she can get away from work, is my sister, one of my sisters. So can't wait for that. More to come on that. And hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.